Welcome in today on HHS TV, Martin Luther King promo video, an interview with Mr. Copeland and Dr. Everslog, as well as videos of the robotics team, Winter One Acts, basketball highlights. That's all right now, live from Marion High School television studio in Rosemont, Pennsylvania. This is the Ram Report.
Hello, I'm Ben Feldman.
Along with Nick Merriam.
For today's Ram Report, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is right around the corner. The Heritage Power program is hosting an event tomorrow to celebrate the holiday. Here's my report. This Monday will be Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a national holiday to celebrate the work and life of Martin Luther King Jr.
I feel like MLK kind of helped us bring us to the world that we are in today, because his "I Have a Dream" speech empowered many people and caused some of segregation to end. I feel like Martin Luther King Jr. did a very good job with his speech and impacted the world to bring into light things that should have been brought into light in the past.
Heritage students in the Power program can relate to Dr. King's message of empowerment for minorities.
The Power program is like an African-American class, pretty much. It's for minority groups, but we talk about history and watch videos about social justice topics.
We try to have discussions about how we can make the school better for minorities and how we can go out and be confident in what we do.
To honor the holiday, Heritage Power students are hosting a book drive and will be reading the books to K-8 students from Philadelphia schools tomorrow from 1 to 4.
We're going to read to them and have little stations for them to, have fun.
Those boxes are deposit boxes where you put books for the book drive inside those boxes, and we'll collect them on Thursday or Friday so we can read to the children. And there's one on each floor by the elevator. There's two in front of the lobby. 2 in front of the cafeteria.
Students are very hopeful about their efforts.
I think that our efforts will empower children because the message that we're trying to teach in reading these books and meeting with them and doing stations is tolerance and friendship. So we're trying to make sure that all of the children are being nice to each other, because they're getting to that age where they're going to move further in life, whether it be to middle school or to high school, and we don't want them breaking down.
You too can help honor the holiday, both by donating new and gently used books and staying after school Friday to participate in the activities.
Ricky was able to speak with top district officials during our live broadcast of the Heritage versus Lower Merion basketball game. He talked to Lower Merion Superintendent Copeland about the atmosphere of the game and what the district had to be proud of. Before that, Ricky got a chance to speak with former Heritage principal Dr. Everslog, our assistant superintendent. He asked Dr. Everslog about what it's like to attend a Heritage game no longer as principal. Here's a clip of his interview, a reminder that this aired live.
Do you have to change who you're rooting for?
Well, as a representative for the district, I get the opportunity to work with all 10 schools. So, of course, I had some roots in some of the schools, but it's a wonderful event for our community. We can have kids get really passionate and excited about their schools, a lot of pride. I think there's a real healthy respect when the schools play one another. Yeah, sure, we want every school is competitive and wants to win, but it's all in the status of having good respect for the other school. And so I think it's wonderful for the community.
Tell me what it's like being here.
Isn't this exciting? This is a huge crowd for a great cause, and this is Lower Merion spirit, 2 of the best high schools, not only in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, but in the United States of America. This is the greatest place to be tonight, isn't it? You see great spirit, you see a community that's come together, you see some of the greatest sports. The girls' game in the beginning was a great game.
Talk about what do you see going on within Lower Merion School District. What do we have to be proud of right now?
Well, right now we've got to be proud of the continued growth. One of the things that we're proud of is also causing us a bit of a problem. We're such a good school district that people continue to move in, and our enrollment is growing at the fastest number of students in the entire Commonwealth. We have the fastest number of students growing in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania because people want to be here, and you can see why. This past week, I met with some alumni, recent alumni from Lower Merion, and I asked them, now that you're out of high school and you're out in the world, what could we have done better? What are some things that you wish we had in high school? And they gave me some great examples of things, but I'm not going to tell you about them. It's going to be a surprise.
Thank you, Mr. Copeland, Superintendent Copeland, for coming here on our broadcast.
Okay, you're welcome. Have a great day.
Ricky also spoke with Mr. Weinstein and Lower Merion Principal Mr. Hughes. We will bring you parts of those interviews on the next RAM Report.
In Heritage News, Mr. Ferguson tells us that 29 cars were illegally parked in the student parking lot yesterday. If your car is towed, there is a $250 fine.
In only their first year as a team, Heritage Robotics is heading to a state competition. They qualified for states at a competition last weekend in Allentown. Here's Max Harris with the details.
Once again, the Harrington Metalheads competed in a robotics tournament. On Saturday, the robotics team shipped out to Allentown with a newly designed robot able to pick up even more objects. We did much better in this competition and even beat the team that won the last tournament twice. Our robot was not only high-ranking in the competition, but also in the skills tournament. In the end, our robot had a record of 6 wins and 2 losses, after we had a 4 straight win streak. We also competed in the finals bracket, where we scored overall 3rd in the whole competition. Again, we did not win a trophy, but we did qualify for states. And at states, our team plans not only to win, but to dominate. Now, back to the news desk.
Thanks, Max. Amazingly, there are still a few tickets available to the HTC Winter 1 Acts. The show opens tonight. Here's a promotional video produced by HTC.
My name is Kit Myler, and I'm directing Check Please, and we are very excited for you to come see our show. Make sure to buy tickets on htc.tix.com, I hope that's correct. And yeah, we're really excited, so woo!
Once again, we'd like to say that there are still tickets available. On Tuesday, the Heritage boys basketball team was able to mount a huge comeback to beat Springfield 79-68. Here is Ricky with highlights from the game.
After a disappointing first quarter in which the Rams were nearly outscored 2-1, the Rams came back with an incredible 32 points in the second quarter en route to a 78-69 win over Springfield. The highest-scoring game was led equally by Idris Ransom and Willis Posto, who both scored 17 points. Charlie VZ came out of the game with 15, Kevin Sanchez with 13, and Nick Bugby put in 9. I spoke with Will and Coach Rapp after the game.
Road to the playoffs, Rick. That's all I'm saying. Road to the playoffs. Let's go.
30 points in the second quarter. How'd you pull that off?
The team stayed together, and we had great contributions off the bench. It was a true team effort, and the guys stay strong. Don't count us out.
Reporting for HHS TV, I am Ricky Reports.
Sophie Grady's 1,000th point has been selected by a local high school sports show as the highlight of the week. Here's a refresher.
Sophie Grady with the three-point shot. It goes in! 1,000 points for Sophie Grady. She becomes only the 4th player in Howard and girls basketball history to score 1,000 points.
The highlight will air on Varsity Voice presented by SFBN tonight at 7 on the Comcast Network and on Comcast Sportsnet at 11 p.m.
Auditions to be a new anchor ended on Tuesday. Thank you to everyone who tried out. We were very pleased by the turnout. After midterms, we'll be announcing a callback list. If you didn't get a chance to audition or you're not selected, you can still be involved. Anyone can join HHS TV, making videos, doing interviews, or other news-related work. Just send an email to Ricky Sayer or to myself, Ben Feldman, to find out how to get involved.
Sixers star rookie Joel Embiid is getting huge support in his attempt to become an all-star. He is asking fans to use his name and the hashtag NBA vote on Twitter to get him in. He even asked former Sixers general manager Sam Hinkie to vote for him. Sam's response, and I quote, was, "I got you." Joel Embiid also said recently that he thinks the Sixers can make the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can.
Phillies general manager Ruben Amaro Jr. was spotted at Ardmore's Apple Store last week. Crossing Broad reported that he was buying a MacBook. Amaro is now the Boston Red Sox first base coach. Speaking of Ardmore Suburban Square, we now know that the recently closed Macy's will turn into a high-end fitness center. The Lifetime Athletic Fitness Center includes a spa, personal training, karate, dance, and other elements.
On January 9th, Clemson upset Alabama to win the ACC National Championship. The Alabama Roll Tide jumped out to an early 14-0 lead after 2 touchdowns from running back Bo Scarborough. Clemson came all the way back, winning it on the last play of the game where Deshaun Watson threw a 2-yard reception to wide receiver Hunter Renfrow. Watson was quoted as saying, "This is bigger than just me."
Before we go, we'd like to comment on the end of last week's Ram Report, where Sam Catania reported on the weather from outside.
But reporting live from Harrington High School television studios.
Everybody come to the game tonight. It's going to be awesome. Everybody show out to the game. We're going to win. Everybody come and get rowdy. Jersey Net, let's go.
Okay, there we have that unexpected, assuming basketball player. So please come to the game tonight. It'll be a good time. Reporting live from Harrington High School, HHS TV.
We had no idea that Will Esposito was going to try to take the microphone. He was holding a sharpened candy cane. Sam, who never met Will before, was understandably confused and scared by the events.
And then all of a sudden, I see this guy with like a purple and green tongue sprinting at me with a candy cane that he had been like sucking on, so it was all pointy. So he's just running at me with like this sharp candy cane. I don't know what to do. I'm supposed to be doing this report for Ricky. I was about to sign off, and then he's like coming at me. He's like trying to get the mic, I realized. But I was so scared. It was fight or flight. You know, I was gonna run or defend my. You know, I brought my arms up.
For today's show, although we would like you to stick around for 1 second. Signing off, this is Nick Merriam.
And Ben Feldman.
For all of us here at HHS TV, shout out to Coach Meller, and thanks for watching the Ram Report.